What's up, guys? This is Totally Overrated, and I am going solo today. We're basically going to talk about me. I'm going to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, the second installation of the mixtape. So, how is it? Well, I saw the movie, and I was going into the movie with high expectations, like all of you guys. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. It was like this sci-fi, this really fun sci-fi adventure that kind of reminded me of Star Trek, but then it had bits and notes of Indiana Jones, and it had a really cool 70s soundtrack that was all memorable. I mean, Chris Pratt, who played Star-Lord, and Cameron Mann, you can fill me in if I forget anything or any names, but Star-Lord, like I said, it reminded me of like those old 80s characters. He reminded me of a Han Solo type, and his crew, the whole family dynamic was cool. I mean, I love Brooks, I love Rocket Raccoon, I love the voiceover, and yeah, I really liked it. Now let's get into the second one, right? I don't care for all the haters. They're gonna be like, oh no, you just hate Marvel or something like that. No, I gotta tell the truth. I was sitting in the movies and I was with a friend, and throughout the movie, we kept looking at each other like this, like, when is the movie going to end, or when is the plot going to pick up? Now, here's the thing about this movie. Usually for sequels, like a part 2 or something, they'll be bigger, badder, more stuff, more guns, more action, more, because they have the money, they have the cliche, to do it. Especially with Guardians of the Galaxy's reputation and Marvel's reputation. But this one, it tried something different, which I liked. That's the positive. It tried to go with this much deeper, slower, you can tell he cares about his characters kind of movie. All about the character development. Let's get into the plot. Chris Pratt's character, Star-Lord. Now, Star-Lord, this is the main plot. Basically, I won't spoil anything, but basically, it's about him trying to get along with his father, or figure out who his father is and get along with that guy. It's not really a big spoiler, but the father's name is Ego. Let's just leave it that way. So, it's like him trying to connect with his father again. Every son wants to be with his father. Gone from Hunter x Hunter. Let's think of another one. Creed talked about that father story, or wanting to have a father, So, it's about that. Then we get to Rocket Raccoon. It's about abandonment issues, and he feels like he's not worthy of his friends, and he feels like all he has is himself. He doesn't want to trust in other people. And then so on. Gamora, you already know her story with her sister. Drax, even though they didn't really go into it, they touched on it, I guess, about his family. No, it's all about that, and it connects into one tissue, which is family. What is that? Yondu has a moment where, he basically, he left his friends, or his friends and him broke apart, so he has nothing else but his crew, and, his crew basically pulls a coup d'etat, whatever. So, those are different storylines, so I give you all of that because that is basically the story. There's not really one main plot, it's just basically, that would be Star-Lord's plot, but it all is just like connective tissue, so it's a really interesting way of telling a story. It's not your typical 3 structure. That's the positive. Some of the humor was good. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into our negatives now. Oh, also the characters were great, obviously, they're all the same. Anyway, negatives. So for my negatives for the film, and this is, I really had a problem with this movie. I really did. Even though it tried to be beyond this 3-structure act, the normal 3-structure act, and it went down to basic and slow. Let's give you an analogy. I feel like this movie was trying to pull a Star Trek Beyond. Star Trek Beyond, they were all separated and they were all stuck on like one place. It wasn't really an adventure, like say a part 2. Same thing with this. It wasn't an adventure as part 1. We're still good? Same thing, right? So, the thing is, Star Trek Beyond did it better. I can still name you memorable scenes, like action scenes. Not that it's about the action, but you felt like there's a struggle. You felt like something can happen. You felt like people can die. It actually had impact. This movie lacked that impact or that depth. Even though it really should have depth, it's like every time they wanted to go into the deep moment or touch upon it, what would happen is they would tell a joke to fill in the time or to cover its flaws. So, for example, when you use a scene without spoiling, some people die. Rocket Raccoon's in that scene, and Yondu's in that scene, and the people that die are some of Yondu's best friends. Now you're like, holy crap, that's really dark. Then you have the rat, making fun of the villain who's killing them in the ship. Haha, taser face, ha ha ha. Yeah, it's like, okay. And it's like, okay, that's funny. You're trying to lighten up. Then he keeps going on where it makes the villain of that arc just like irrelevant. It's like, okay, so he's not a threat. And then there was other scenes or moments. Oh, there was a space battle that was supposed to be really cool. It could have been cool. It became Asteroids the game. and then they were joking about, oh, who's better? I'm better. Like there was just no really, life-threatening stakes. It just didn't feel like it was there. Just the joke ratio compared to the first was perfectly balanced. Was beyond unbelievable. Like even Drax, who had nothing, pretty much had nothing to do. And remember I told you he had that storyline. Yeah, it would have been cool. They were getting and hitting really strong notes of acting, and then where they're touching us into the story, he tells a joke, and it just ruins the whole thing. It's like they were scared of his tension. I don't know. They were just scared to go beyond, go to another place in this film where they could have been a really different film, man. I'm really disappointed. But other than that, other than the over jokey, they spam Baby Groot. He's adorable, we get it, but like you could tell it was a marketing ploy. They had a scene which involves a Jello break scene where he had to find a key or a fin to break them out. The fin from Yondu's head. Yeah. So that scene goes on for 5 minutes. I kid you not. We kept checking our phones to see. Okay, it was funny for the first 2 minutes, and it keeps going on. Basically, kept messing up and giving him the wrong item, and it was just like, oh my god. There's more scenes that just threw me off or just messed up the whole flow. There was no flow. In the middle point, I was wondering where the story was going. I get that they're hitting different points, but it just didn't feel, together, or like it didn't mesh really well. The ending was good, I guess, yeah, because I won't spoil it, but it was an emotional scene in the end. So I guess you could say there was some payoff, but it wasn't worth the payoff. It wasn't at all. The villain, weak. You had potential there, dropped the ball. In the end, it just drops the ball too many times, so I really hate to do this because I was hoping this would be better, and I like the first. But my score is, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I was close to 6.5, but I'll stay with 7 out of 10. I'm just really disappointed overall. There was just some things, it was just there. The potential was there. I mean, I like the fact that it was small. I tried to keep it compact and about the family, which it did a better job than Fast and Furious. Family. But, it means something. Instead of some guy saying family every 3 seconds, like, yeah, we're family. Like, I don't believe it. Yeah, shut up. This actually, it actually kind of makes sense. Like, you can see it's believable. The characters are good. Just overuse the humor, and half the jokes were not funny. The first half I liked. I kind of hated the second half, except for the ending. No memorable action scenes except for one. Overall, I give it a 7. And that's it, guys. Yeah. So anyway, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what else would you like us to review. And again, we'll try to make more, reviews on time. I'm just working a lot lately, so please bear with me. All right, guys, that's it, and see you later.